I recently was on Indeed looking for a new job. I finally quit that one dead-end job everyone has at one point. Anyways, I was scrolling through, and I found a graveyard shift security position opening. It was at the abandoned hospital in my hometown. I applied for it. Following the next day, I got a phone interview. My first shift was the next night from 10 p.m. to 7 a.m. I left at about 9 p.m. the next night. As I pulled up to the hospital, I saw a person next to the hospital entrance waving at me. I got out and shook his hand. It turned out to be my new boss, Matt. Matt asking me, "Hey Nick, are you ready for your first shift?" Me, "Yay, I think I am. I'm kind of nervous actually." Matt, "You will be fine. Just check the cameras, make your rounds, and follow the company rulebook. Your equipment is in the office." Me, "Okay, cool. Rulebook?" Matt, "Just for in case of a break-in, etc. Company policy to have everything written down for every situation." Matt looks at his watch. "I should get going. Good luck on your first shift." As Matt left, I went into the hospital and found the security office on the 3rd floor. I put on my uniform, picked up a flashlight and baton and sat down in the chair. I noticed the rulebook, and I curiously opened it. I wish I knew then. I wish I had left. The rules were basic until they weren't. Rule 1. At the sign of a break-in, do not approach suspects. Contact the authorities and then your supervisor. Rule 2. If you see a woman wandering the 3rd floor on the cameras, hide under your desk. You will hear sobbing. Stay under the desk until you don't hear the sobbing. Rule 3. If you hear hoarse breathing from behind you on the 2nd floor, stop, close your eyes, say, "Go back to your room, Mr. Johnson." Count to 10, and if the hoarse breathing stops, you may continue. Rule 4. You may hear a fire alarm on the 2nd floor. If this happens, run back to your office on the 3rd floor. You will be hunted. Close the office door and grab the cross from the desk drawer. Sit down with the cross and repeat, "In the name of God, I command you to leave," until the fire alarm stops. Rule 5. You cannot leave until 7 a.m. I thought it was some kind of hazing. I put the book back, and I decided to make my rounds on the 2nd floor. At 11, I was about to make my way back up to the office when I heard it. The hoarse breathing. I froze. My blood went cold. I immediately remembered the rule book and closed my eyes. "Go back to your room, Mr. Johnson," I said, and I counted to 10. The hoarse breathing stopped, and I turned around, expecting to see Matt playing a prank on me. There was no one. It was 12 a.m., and I was checking cameras. I was still freaked out about what happened on the 2nd floor. I decided to memorize the rules just in case. At 1 a.m., I saw it. The woman on the camera. Sobbing and walking toward my office, I hid under the desk. I was under there for an hour. I heard banging on my door and sobbing. And then, like Thar, nothing. 3 hours went past uneventful, thank God. Which brings me to just 15 minutes ago. It is now 5 a.m., and I was on the 2nd floor when it happened. The fire alarm went off. I tripped on something and sprained my ankle, and I had no choice but to go into the nearest room to hide. My battery is low as I am typing this. I can hear it. It is hunting me. I don't think it knows where I am yet, but that may change soon. I hear it getting closer. I survived on sheer luck. I was able to use my baton and a piece of wood to make the shape of a cross. Before I knew it, the fire alarm stopped, and it was 7 a.m. As I limped out of the hospital, I passed out outside. I woke up in a hospital, a splint on my ankle, and an IV in my arm. A doctor came in and asked me my name and what I remember. I told him I worked security at the Wayland Oaks Hospital, and I sprained my ankle. I didn't tell him what else had happened. To be honest, I still didn't believe it. I was later discharged and sent home. As I got home, I got a text from Matt. He let me know I had the next 3 days off and to get some rest. I've been trying to get sleep, but all I dream about is that damn hospital.
I can't escape it. I see things in my house. There's a figure with a distorted face that is posing as a child. Whatever it is, it's been getting violent. It has tried to push me down my stairs, and it has made me feel physically ill when I go towards my front door. I think it's trying to trap me in my own home. I called Matt to let him know what's going on, but I got no answer. Just 10 minutes ago, I got a call from Matt. I explained what was happening. Matt, calm down. Here's what you need to do. Do you have a cross by chance? Me. I have one in my room. It used to be my grandfather's. Matt. Good. Go grab it and walk around DU house with it. Repeat. In the name of God, I command you to leave. I went and grabbed the cross, but as I turned around, I saw it. It now was a tall figure with animal-like teeth. My blood went cold, and I brought the cross up in front of me and repeated the words. It kept on walking toward me. I was terrified. I started screaming, "In the name of God, I command you to leave!" Eventually, everything went silent. I got back on the phone with Matt, and I told him it was gone. I told him I didn't think I wanted to work there anymore, but what he told me chills every bone in my body. Matt, I'm sorry, you can't. The hospital has bound itself to you. You will be back at the hospital one way or another. I'm really sorry about this. We're the only thing that keeps those things in. Matt invited me to brunch, and I accepted. As I pulled up to the restaurant, I saw Matt smoking a cigarette outside. He saw me, and we went inside and sat down. After we ordered, Matt started to explain more. Matt, as you know by now, this job isn't a normal job. Once you survive your first night, you're bound until the hospital takes you. Me, why not board it off? I mean, hell, why don't they demolish the damn place? Matt, it gets tricky every night. Different rules, different apparitions. But one stays the same. You encountered it in your house. It is why we do this, to keep it in. Me, so this thing is bound to this hospital as long as someone is there and follows the rules. Matt, exactly. It doesn't play fair, so we can't either. After brunch, I headed home and laid down on my couch. I had a giant headache and I couldn't believe this was happening. I broke a rule and it followed me home. I wish this was a bad dream, but it wasn't. I was scared, but what could I do? I was helpless. Matt texted me my next shift. It's in 3 days, so now I'll be back at the hospital. I'm afraid of what it will do if I don't. That thing in my house was from the hospital. I know it. It was a warning. I'm looking for ways out of it, but I can't find one. I still see a distorted face in the corner of my eye, watching my every move, waiting for me to come back, waiting for me to break another rule. If you appreciate the content, kindly consider expressing your support by liking the video and subscribing to our channel. Your engagement is highly valued and contributes to our ongoing efforts.